Welcome to StriveScan College Launchpad. We're so excited to have you participating in this event. We have some fantastic schools here with us today. Each will have 6 minutes to share more about their institution, but we'll be around for the entire session to answer questions. My name is Beverly, and I will be your facilitator. Before we get started, a few housekeeping items. Your camera and your microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so please be sure to check out the schedule on the website. This presentation is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/launch. Again, please be sure to go back to the website and to look for more of the College Launchpad programming this week. I'd now like to turn it over to our first presenter, Southern Arkansas University.
I apologize. Can you say what my screen?
We can't yet, so you just need to hit share screen and it should allow that. Why don't we go ahead and go to Western Oregon University? Oh, you got it?
Yes,
no, okay.
I apologize.
That's okay. So we'll go to Western Oregon University first.
Okay.
Hello, hello, hello. Let me share this with you guys. All right, it's up on my end, so I'm hoping it's up on your guys' end. My name is Grant Harris. I'm representing Western Oregon University today. Let's jump right in, start my timer. All right, so we are located in Monmouth, Oregon. We are a public university. We're the oldest public university in our state. We're about 15 miles away from our state's capital. We're very close to Portland, which is our largest airport. And currently our total enrollment is sitting just under 5,000. Our numbers are actually expected to go up next fall. We have more students coming in the fall than we had pre-pandemic, so we're really excited about that. Currently, our average class size sits around 20, which is really good because you get a lot of that one-on-one attention time that you might not get at some really big universities. And our student to faculty ratio is currently 15:1. And that's doctorate holding professors. So that's not like teachers' assistants or anybody. It's doctorate holding professors in your classes with you. So that's a really nice thing. These are our current admissions requirements. I'm not going to read them all off. That would be long and tedious and take too much time. But we are asking for a 2.75 minimum GPA for incoming freshmen and a 2.25 cumulative transfer GPA for transfer students. And we are no longer requiring SAT or ACT scores. So I'll let you guys look at that for another 2 seconds. And I'll switch it over on you. So when the time comes and you're feeling like you might want to apply to Western Oregon University, there is no application fee. All you have to do is go to network.wu.edu/apply. We're going to ask for your high school transcript, or if you've attended a community college, we will ask for an official transcript from that institution as well. We have rolling admissions, so you can apply year-round for whichever upcoming term you'd like to be a part of. If you are planning on applying for a traditional academic year, fall through spring, our priority deadline for scholarships is January 15th. So what that means every year is we like you to have been applied and admitted by January 15th, and that will guarantee that you get access to our scholarship opportunities. We do participate in the Western Undergraduate Exchange Program. So essentially, if you live in any of these states or territories you see on the screen, you get a reduced tuition rate. It's automatic. There's no separate application process. All you have to do is apply. And once you're accepted, you automatically get that reduced tuition rate. It's really good. As you'll see on the next slide, it really cuts down on that out-of-state tuition cost. So we have it broken down into 3 categories here, what your first year at Western Oregon University would look like. In-state, your entire freshman year would look, or one full year at our school If you lived on campus, would be about 21,000. If you lived in one of those WUI/Texas territories, it'd be about 25,000. And then any other state would be about 40,000 a year. We do have some scholarship opportunities on the right. The one that we really like to talk about or emphasize is if you have above a 3.0, you will automatically get at least $1,000 scholarship from our university. That can range all the way up to $5,000. And then we also have our general scholarship fund, which is available to all students who are admitted to Western. So it's one application. If you've been admitted, all you do is do one application and it applies you to over 100 scholarships all at the same time. You can apply for those every year that you're a Western student. And then lastly, our diversity commitment scholarship is our biggest scholarship. We give away a ton of money from it. It's an essay-based scholarship. So if you can answer 2 questions, what makes you diverse in your own words, and what do you do to promote diversity within your community, there's a really good chance you'll get a chunk of that $6,000 diversity commitment scholarship. We have over 50 majors, 40 minors, and 10 pre-professional programs. Our top ones are listed there at the bottom. I don't really have time to read them all off, but they are really awesome. And one of our most unique ones is our Asl Studies. We're the only school in the state of Oregon where you can graduate with a bachelor's degree in American Sign Language interpreting. We are NCAA Division II athletics. So these are all the sports we offer for men's and women's. Next year, this upcoming fall, will be the first year we have a men's soccer team. So we're going to be really recruiting and building that program over the next couple of years. So if you're interested in soccer, that's a great opportunity. We do offer partial scholarships for athletics. So that's a great way to pay for college as well if you're into sports. These are some of the student support services we offer on campus. Once again, I won't read them all off for you, but I will like to point out that we were the first university in Oregon to have Office of Disability Services, which is something we're really proud of. And this is my contact info. I will type my email in the chat at the end here. But if you have any questions about Western Oregon University, you can contact me at that contact information, our general admissions office right there. And that QR code is active. So you can also just join our mailing list. But I believe that's it for my time. I'm getting real close to the stop. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Next up is Southern Arkansas University.
Good evening. My name is Whitney Hall. I represent Southern Arkansas University, home of the Mule Riders. We are actually located about an hour east of the Texas and Arkansas border. So the town of Magnolia has about 14,000 people, but the school has just under 5,000 students. So we are small in size to where we have that good one-on-one opportunity for you to have that good relationship with not only your peers, but your professors. But you're just more than just a name at our school. And so we have an opportunity where we bring in students from all over the world. And it's not just a regional base. We have students from over 30 states and nearly 40 countries. So it really has an opportunity for you to be a part of not only that small town feel, but the big feel at the same time. And it's super affordable. Another good thing about our reputation is not only do we have really experienced staff, but we have an open door policy. You can actually walk into any one of our professors or any one of our staff members on campus, and you don't have to have an appointment. So it's really that opportunity for you to stand out, but at the same time, be able to go up to people for assistance, that culture of caring. And so we always really want to go back to that. Small campus size, 16-to-1 student teacher ratio is generally what we go by. I remember when I was a senior, I had some as low as 7. The most that you might have might be your freshman and sophomore years for those core classes. That could be anywhere from 35 to 40 students. So they're definitely going to know you by name. And it's really an opportunity for you to be a part of a world-class experience. We offer lots of different things, especially when it comes to our 5 different areas of colleges. We have a College of Science and Engineering. We have a College of Business. We also have a College of Education and Human Performance. And of course, we have a College of Liberal and Performing Arts, as well as a graduate school. So if you can see on this screen, we actually have 80 plus majors. We actually now have closer to 100 now. And the great thing about this too, is not only do we have bachelor's degrees, but we go anywhere from 2-year degrees all the way up to the doctoral level. These listed right in here on this screen, you can see will actually feature some of our top majors, not only things that we're known for, but most popular. But the things I really want to point out is we are the only school in the entire state to have a game animation simulation design in computer science, as well as art and design. We are really strong when it comes to our pre-health majors. We have 100% acceptance rate into medical school, very strong in business, especially finance and accounting, some of the top in the state, as well throughout the country, some of the most affordable. Other strong ones, of course, musical theater, computer science is a big one for us as well, nursing, any of those different areas are really strong for us, especially as well as agriculture. Some great things that you need to consider whenever looking at some of our schools is not only do we have full accreditation within some of these fields, but we're really affordable when it comes to our students as well too. We have lots of opportunities and it's free to apply. You can also see right here the fall 2022 class generally had a scores waived. It's looking like that's going to continue into the fall, has not been finalized, but we only examine these test scores when it comes to scholarship purposes and course placement. So of course, it's entirely free to apply to our school. We generally require a minimum of a 2.3 GPA. And of course, you've got to still submit those test scores, like I said, for the scholarship and course placement. But along with that, it's a free application with 2 MMR shots we require when you live on our campus. The great thing about it is too, you can visit our campus anytime during the week, Monday through Friday. Personalized tours, I believe, are the best opportunity, especially when school is in session. You can get a really good feel of how the campus life is like. But if you can't make that a fall or spring preview day, will actually be an opportunity for you to get in a more group setting. Those have not been posted yet on when those will be, but they generally fall in September, November, or April of a school year. You can always set up and call the Office of Admissions to set up any type of tour. The great thing is too is our affordability. We attract students from all over the state, country, and throughout the world. 81% of our students are on some sort of financial aid. And the great thing is too, when you live on our campus, you're saving right off the bat. If you look at this, you'll be able to see that our scholarship opportunities are actually some later ones compared to a lot of schools. March 1st is our deadline. We've actually extended it to June 30th this year. So a lot of times that we're actually going to introduce scholarships or a super scored version as well. We don't require any essays. I think there's only 1 or 2 that only require some reference letters, but basically if you apply, you get it in time, as long as money is available, we'll award you. We start anywhere from $8,000, go all the way up to $44,000. And that's a total over 4 years. The great thing is too, is our cost of attendance. If you include tuition, which is just over $3,300 a semester, and room and board, as well as fees, you're looking at just over $8,000 to $8,500 a semester. So super affordable. Not only do we have that, but we also offer a lot of private scholarships available as well too. Housing, when you live on our campus, it's really, everything it's better. You meet people on campus, your GPA tends to go better, and we have lots of different types of styles for you, as you can see on the screen: suite style, community style apartments. So it's really like living in your own little city. Of course, we've got all the great different things on campus too, restaurants like Chick-fil-A, Starbucks, Panda Express, all of the above. But the great thing is too, you're in the middle of all the action. We have more than 100 clubs and organizations on our campus to be a part of. You and 7 other people can actually create a club and organization, but a great thing is to be right in the middle. If you're interested in sports, it's always great to be a part of that. We're a part of the Great American Conference, which is Division II. And it's a great opportunity for you to get involved and earn additional scholarship opportunities as well too. You can also see on here the list of the current campus organizations and activities, anything from departmental, honors, religious, special interests, student government, sororities and fraternities. So the sky's the limit when it's on this, even for a small campus like us. So I wanted to, of course, share just some of these few things that you're going to see. Like any campus that you'll see that's presenting this evening, lots of stuff is happening all the time. And I just want to give you an idea that it's always alive as well on our campus. So if you have any questions for me, we'll be happy to help answer them at the end. I'll post my information in the chat area. And again, if you have any questions whatsoever, my name is Whitney Hall with Southern Arkansas. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up is the University of Wyoming.
Hello. Hi guys, my name is Bailey Butcher. I'm the admissions representative for the University of Wyoming, and I'll just go ahead and get right into it. The University of Wyoming is located here in Laramie, Wyoming. We sit right at 7,220 feet. The University of Wyoming is the only four-year program within the state, so that means we're not having to fight for research dollars and or scholarship opportunities when it comes to our students. Over 32,000 people call Laramie home. Our population almost doubles in size once our students are here. Our students enjoy over 2.9 million acres of national forest where they can go hiking, biking, and climbing. As well, we're very close to Snowy Range ski area, so much so that we're 30 minutes away. So if you guys enjoy summertime activities and winter time activities, we have a little bit for everyone. Our students, we sit right at 11,800 students. 10,000 will be our undergraduate population. The rest will be master's and PhD students. Our average class size here at the University of Wyoming is 30. That also ties into our student faculty ratio of 14:1. That's important to us because we want to make sure you guys get to know your professors and you get to know them on a first name basis and making sure you guys are succeeding inside and outside of the classroom. With that, we have over 400 student athletes here on campus. We are Division I, so 17 sports within that. What's important to know is that as a student here, if you guys go and you're full-time, you get into all of our sporting events for free, making sure you guys don't have to pay any extra added fees or anything like that to cheer on the Pokes, which is truly exciting. When it comes to our student body, we have all 50 states represented here, as well 83 different countries, which is really awesome to see because you guys get to develop those critical thinking skills, meeting new students all across the world. When it comes to Wyoming students versus non-residents, we are closer to that 60-40 split, And then when we're actually looking at our freshman class for fall of 22, we're sitting closer to that 50-50 split for Wyoming residents versus non-residents, which is really great to see. UW is also all about hands-on experience right off the bat as an undergraduate student, so much so that we have over 800 undergrads involved in research annually. We have over $90 million that goes directly towards that research, so you guys are going to be successful once you guys graduate. When it comes to majors and programs, we have over 200 areas of study here on campus. It's really easy for our students to double major, double minor, major and minor within that. We encourage you guys to explore and making sure you guys are getting everything that you want out of your college experience. Out of our 8 colleges here, business, education, engineering, and law all hold special accreditation here on campus. As well, we have 2 schools, the Hobbs School of Environment and Natural Resources and the School of Energy. It's a great option for our students, so much so that we are an energy producing state, so they can get involved within that. We also encourage our students to study abroad. So we have the largest study abroad program, and that means that we have scholarship dollars to back you guys up for that endowment. So we have over 400 sites worldwide for you guys to visit internationally. And then we also have domestic locations as well. So we encourage you guys all to do that because we work very closely with the schools to make sure your guys' credits are going to transfer back with you guys once you guys decide for a leave, if it's for a semester, for a full year, or for a day term, kind of depending on what you guys are looking for. We're also all about student success. Once you guys set foot on campus, we want to make sure you guys have all the resources available for you guys to be successful here at UW, whether it be tutoring, whether it be health and wellness or post-grad resources. We want to make sure you guys are ready to go. So much so that 90% of our students say that they were satisfied with their time here at UW, and that's really important to us. When it comes to the financial aid side of things, 95% of first-time students will receive some sort of scholarship or financial aid from the University of Wyoming. In fact, 52% of our students will actually graduate with little to no student debt, which is really important for us. When it comes to our scholarships, the big one that we offer for first-time freshmen for our non-resident students is our Brown and Gold commitment. Essentially, the higher your GPA and the higher your test score, ACT or SAT, the larger award could be, and it ranges. So this is what you guys would be looking at. So if we take our average incoming freshman of an unweighted high school GPA of a 3.5 and a 24 on their ACT, they will simply fall within this $4,500 range. If you don't have a test score, that's totally okay. You guys will just slide all the way over to this test optional slide right here, and that's where scholarship money you guys will be receiving from UW. It's important to keep in mind, this is an annual scholarship across 4 years here at UW, maintaining a 3.0. When it comes to admission requirements, we're pretty black and white. So unweighted high school GPA of a 3.0 or high school curriculum of 4 years English, math, and science, 3 years of social science, and 4 years of additional coursework. Of that additional coursework, we like to see congruent classes like French 1, French 2, Art 1, Art 2, and so on. Like I said, we are test optional for fall of 22, and we do have rolling admissions, so no hard and fast deadlines within that, except for when it comes to scholarships, we do have a May 1st deadline. To apply, you guys can use the Common App or apply directly through the UW site. The UW site's a little bit more streamlined. We do ask for that $40 application fee, but we don't ask for any letters of recommendation or interviews within that. So it's really nice. It takes about 25 minutes for students to complete. We also encourage all of our students that are interested in UW to come visit campus, come set foot and see what it's like, see if it's going to be a good fit for you guys, because it is truly your guys' test drive to figure out which college is going to be best for you guys. We have a couple of options. You guys can do an in-person visit that's led by a student ambassador. You also get to meet with faculty and staff within your program, which is really nice. You get to ask them questions about their program and what they have to offer. If you guys can't make it to campus, that's totally okay. We have an online session that you guys can be a part of that's led by a student ambassador as well, and they will take you through an interactive virtual tour. Like I said, my name is Bailey. This is my information. Feel free to take a picture. My email, my phone number is up there. I can also throw it in the chat. And just thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Next up is Southern Oregon University.
All right. Hi, everybody. You should be seeing my screen right now. My name is Ian Parent. I'm the Associate Director of Admission at Southern Oregon University. There you can see a real pretty aerial shot of campus, and notice that we are in a very outdoorsy, woodsy, beautiful location. All right, where exactly is that location? We are in Ashland, Oregon, which is about 10 minutes from the California border. This line here represents the 5 freeway. So if you drive up or down the 5 freeway, you're going to run into Ashland. If you're from California, we're the first exit when you get into Oregon. We also have an international airport located in Medford, so you can fly in from these cities you see here. Carriers like Delta, United, Alaska, American, Allegiant all fly into Medford, and then the airport is about 20 minutes from campus. So we're really easy to get to driving or flying. So Ashland is located in what we call the Rogue Valley, and the Rogue Valley has a little over 215,000 residents. So we are the 4th largest metro area in the state of Oregon. So within 20-30 minutes of campus, you've got all of those city amenities like the airport, Targets, Walmart, shopping malls, lots of fast food restaurants, just regular city activities. But we also, you saw that intro slide, we're right up against nature as well. So it's pretty easy to get involved in outdoor activities, as well as enjoy all those city things that's close by also. All right, so as far as weather is concerned, I like to dispel a myth. We are in the Pacific Northwest, but we don't have your typical Pacific Northwest weather. As you can see, our average summertime high is 83, and we are right on that number right now. In the winter, we still get up into the low 50s, high 40s most days, so it's not terribly cold in the winter. We rarely ever see snow in the winter on the valley floor. You can see we're located right at the base of this mountain. They see snow all the time. So we do have a ski resort about 20-30 minutes from campus, but you don't have to live with it down in the valley, which is great. We also don't get nearly the amount of rain as the rest of the Northwest. Take, for instance, Portland gets about twice the amount of rain as we do. We actually get less rain than the national average. And there you'll see, again, we only average about 4 inches of snow per year on the valley floor, and that's usually in one storm, and it's only there for a day or two. All right, here's a little video I took of riding my bike through campus. Sorry if it's a little wobbly, but I wanted you to see what campus looks like. We do have right around 5,000 total undergraduate students. We have additional graduate students as well, but we don't factor that into that number. Our student to faculty ratio is 20-1, and all of our faculty teach classes. We don't have any graduate students or TAs teaching classes, so you get to know your faculty really well. You can see our average class size is pretty small, just above 20, and the average GPA of our admitted students is a 3.3. We do have 40 different majors. I'll cover those in a second. We do have, actually it's 3 residence halls and apartments. And another typo, we actually have 19 men's and women's varsity sports right now. We just added a couple more in the last few months. We do compete in the NAIA. Most of our teams are usually ranked highly nationally, and we do give athletic scholarships. And we have over 100 other clubs and organizations to get involved with as well. So here you can see a list of our majors. Our most popular majors are the same as lots of universities. Things like business, communications, psychology are all very popular. We're really well known for the arts, whether it be anything from theater and music to digital cinema, graphic design, animation. Great program for people that want to be teachers. We have a fantastic science building, have a great rate of students getting into medical and dental school. One thing of note, if you see a red or a blue dot behind one of these majors, it means you can actually earn your degree in 3 years instead of 4. We don't load extra classes on you in the summer or make you take extra classes during the regular terms. We actually reduce the number of credits you have to take, but being able to graduate in 3 years saves you 25% off the cost of your degree and also allows you to get a job and start earning money sooner. All right, so we do, like I said, have 3 residence halls. We expect our first year students to live on campus. These 2 buildings here are where you'll find most of the new students living. That's Shasta and McLaughlin Hall. That just opened about 5 or 6 years ago. We also have a new recreation facility, which is right next to the residence halls. We have student apartments and family housing that are about 2 or 3 blocks off campus as well. So plenty of different living opportunities on campus. So for our tuition and fees, we have basically 3 different tuition structures. Our Oregon resident tuition, the Western undergraduate exchange tuition. So again, if you're in any one of those Dakotas, Colorado, New Mexico, all the way out to Alaska or Hawaii, you'll qualify for the Western undergraduate rate. And then our non-resident rate. So if you're from one of the other states or international, you'll fall into that category. Our merit scholarships start at a 2.85 GPA for high school students and go all the way up to $12,000 depending on your GPA and where you're from. We are test optional, so we aren't factoring any test scores into those merit scholarships. We also have an honors college, which gives students a $2,000 bump. If you have a 3.5 or above high school GPA, you can apply to be in the honors college. And then all of our departments, or most of our departments, have scholarships. There's a diversity scholarship, there's athletic scholarships. And then of course we have grants and loans by filling out the FAFSA or the ORSA or the OSAC if you're here in the state of Oregon. All right, if you want any more information, you can contact me. There's my phone number and email. I will drop that in the chat here in just a couple seconds. Probably don't have time to get your phone out and scan that code. It doesn't matter. I'm going to give you all the info in the chat right now. So thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
Thank you. Next up, we have Colorado State University, Pueblo.
All right, thank you, Beverly. Get my screen ready. Oh, I'm a little ahead. All right, thank you guys for joining tonight. My name is Ariel Pitzer. I'm an admissions counselor at Colorado State University, Pueblo. If you are familiar with the state of Colorado, but you're wondering where Pueblo is located, well, we are about 2 hours south of Denver, 45 minutes south of Colorado Springs, which each of these cities has an airport, whether it's a small municipal airport or Colorado Springs has pretty good size where they have a lot of direct flights to major cities in the US, such as San Diego, Las Vegas, Phoenix. And then of course in Denver, you have Denver International Airport, which is a huge airport, one of the largest in the States that can fly most anywhere direct. So there is a lot of opportunity to come and go and visit home if you are from out of state. We generally have about 300 days of sunshine. We are flat, dry, arid valley in Colorado, so not nearly as much precipitation as other areas of the state. However, with this climate, you never know what you're going to get. You might just get 9 inches of snow in May, which we did 2 days ago. So there are always things to do outdoors, whether you go skiing or snowboarding at different ski resorts, generally 2 hours away in 3 different directions. We have our Greenhorn Mountains in the Rye and Colorado City Valley, the Spanish Peaks near Trinidad, and then of course the Colorado Rockies beautiful chain through Colorado Springs and Denver. So we are a smaller university, generally with about 4,000 students enrolled at a time, which makes for an average class size of about 16. During your first 2 years, if you're completing your gen eds here, you might have upwards of 25 to 30, which that's still not bad compared to a giant lecture hall at our sister school, Colorado State in Fort Collins, where you might just have the lecture taught by a graduate assistant. But smaller class sizes are a good thing. You're going to get a lot of one-on-one time with your professor. You're going to build relationships with your classmates so that you're not sitting next to a stranger all semester. We also have about 40% first-generation students, which, as I'm sure you're aware, just means that neither parent has received a bachelor's degree. And with that, we offer an automatic scholarship. We also have about 50% of students from diverse backgrounds, or they self-report from being from an underrepresented community. And you'll find if you attend CSU Pueblo that we are not only a Hispanic serving institution, but the community of Pueblo in general is a very Hispanic serving community. We are also Colorado's first designated Purple Heart campus, which what that means is we're very friendly towards military and veteran students, and we have a lot of resources for those students. So looking at all of our programs from academic majors, minors to graduate degrees, we have a variety of programs. You're welcome to choose a minor or several minors if that's something that interests you. And then some programs require a minor, and then we also have a handful of degrees called 3+2 where you can get your bachelor's and your master's in 5 years instead of 6. And the nice thing about our 3+2 programs is that they are all at the undergraduate tuition rate. Whereas if you would go on to another university and continue your master's, they might charge more per credit hour, but for our 3+2 programs, it's all at the undergraduate tuition rate. So you're essentially saving a year and hopefully some costs on school. And we are always working with programs to build on that so that we can have more of those. Right now we've got 8. And then here's a list of our minors. Some noteworthy programs. We have not only a very accredited business school and nursing program, we are also the first institution in Colorado to offer cannabis biology chemistry. We are also a Division II athletic program school with over 21 athletic programs, both men and women's sports. We operate in the RMAC, which is the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, just a level of competition we play at, which includes some other schools in Colorado, New Mexico, Texas, Wyoming, etc. We also have club and intramural sports if you're interested in playing athletics, but not quite at the competitive level. If you are interested at playing at the competitive level, I would recommend visiting this gothunderwolves.com/recruits. That's the best way to get in contact with coaches and recruiters so that you're not kind of going through the chain of command looking for emails or phone numbers, and then they will actually reach out to you upon filling out a recruitment form. And it can be as detailed as you want it or as little detail as you want. You can add highlight reels and film, that sort of thing. In addition to academics and competitive athletics, we have over 75 clubs and organizations on campus. Some that I like to mention are outdoor pursuits. Since we are in Colorado, we like to do everything outdoors and have fun with that sort of thing. Associated Students Government is a really good organization because students can not only hold positions in office such as president, vice president, senator, etc. Those positions come with a stipend, so that's like tuition assistance for students. And then we also have SEAL, which is Student Engagement and Leadership. They are the organization on campus that hosts all major events. If there's a club or organization that you want to get started, but we don't already have it, you can just visit SEAL and get a club started. So we do have an on-campus living requirement for students who are over about 50 or 55 miles away from campus, just so that we don't have to worry about you commuting to class every day. And our residence halls are very nice, very maintained cleanliness and pretty modernized. Instead of your traditional dorm with like a hallway shower where 50 people share it, etc., we have suite style dorms. So you and your roommate will share a large bathroom with 2 other roommates. And that's generally what our double looks like. However, we do have a select few singular rooms, which are generally reserved for the RAs that work in the residence halls, but students can be waitlisted to live in a single room if they want more privacy and not really have any roommates. And then we also have a handful of triple rooms, which are just 3 folks and a large bathroom. So kind of think of it as a large hotel room, you know, when you share with your friends. On that note, we have a free housing incentive for students from these counties in Colorado and WUI states. You can live in a triple room for free for the first year. Here's what our tuition and fees for in-state students look like. About $21,300 for a year. WUI and irregular out-of-states about $27,600 a year. We offer automatic merit awards. You can get up to $8,000 or as little as $500. Oh, here's a table showing that. And then there's some transfer scholarships available if anyone in here is a transfer student. Our foundation scholarship is the one that actually requires an application. I'm just about out of time. I apologize. Applying is easy. You just apply at csupueblo.edu/apply. You don't have to pay that application fee. I'll put my waiver code in the chat. And here is my contact information. I will also put in the chat. I apologize, guys. I did not time this well. Thank you, Beverly.
All good. Thank you, Ariel. Next is Gonzaga University.
Awesome. Hi, everyone. My name is Alexis Salvador. I am a senior admission counselor at Gonzaga University. Gonzaga is a private liberal arts Catholic university in the Jesuit tradition. Jesuit education is world renowned for providing holistic development to the mind, body, and spirit. And at Gonzaga, that's really what we focus on. Gonzaga University is a top 21% nationally ranked university that educates students from many different faiths and backgrounds for lives of leadership and service for the common good. We're a medium-sized university with just over 4,800 undergraduate students coming from almost all 50 states and about 40 different countries. Students have about 38 different faiths represented on our campus, and our Office of Mission and Ministry is there to support students' spiritual needs at the individual level. In academics, we have an emphasis on interdisciplinary and hands-on experience, such as internships, research, and fieldwork. We have an average class size of 23 and a student-to-faculty ratio of 11:1. With faculty teaching courses and labs, we really are able to offer that personalized attention and advising. In fact, we're actually ranked in the top 20 nationally for best undergraduate teaching. We have happy students with 92% continuing after their first year and a strong 76% graduation rate. We also have successful graduates with the class of 2021 saying that 96% of them are working in graduate school or doing full-time service work 6 months after graduation. We offer 75 academic programs in the College of Arts, or 5 different colleges. And the first being that College of Arts and Sciences, which is our largest college, and programs ranging from applied math to writing. We also offer great preparation for students interested in pre-law, pre-med, or other health sciences. We actually partner with the University of Washington School of Medicine to educate first and second year medical students on our campus, with Gonzaga delivering the coursework and UW managing those clinical placements. We do also have our own School of Law. Additionally, we offer a fully accredited School of Business Administration ranked in the top 20% in the nation with a top 3% CPA pass exam rate. We have an excellent School of Education with teacher certifications that are good for all 50 states. Our School of Engineering and Applied Science is ranked in the top 25 nationally among those where a master's is the highest degree offered. And finally, our School of Nursing and Human Physiology boasts a 100% nursing NCLEX pass rate in the last 2 examination periods. Over 60% of our student body studies abroad, and we offer a second campus in Florence, Italy, as well as programs in 30 other countries. And it's important to note that student tuition does remain the same for Gonzaga sponsored programs, and financial aid will follow you abroad. 83% of our students come from over 200 miles away, and while Gonzaga offers great academic challenges, we do that with a lot of support and opportunities for students to grow and share their gifts outside of the classroom. We have over 130 different clubs and organizations, really strong residence hall communities, speaker series, dances, cultural festivals, services, and advocacy, with very active intramural club and Division I athletics, with a lot of optional retreats and spiritual opportunities as well. Our Unity Multicultural Education Center and Lincoln LGBTQ+ Resource Center are here to ensure that whoever you are and however you identify, you feel heard, supported, and celebrated at Gonzaga. Our Center for Student Academic Success includes our Disability Access Office for students with learning differences, as well as free tutoring in about 20 different subject areas. And Gonzaga Outdoors runs our ski and bike shop and rents equipment to students for all sorts of outdoor excursions. We are located just across the Spokane River from downtown Spokane, which is about a 10 to 15 minute walk on Centennial Trail. The proximity is really great for internships, shopping, attending concerts, plays, movies, restaurants, and more. But you have free access to the city bus system through your GU ID. As the hub of the Inland Northwest, Spokane is the region's medical, tech, government, and financial center. Spokane is the second largest city in the state and offers a nice mix of urban and outdoor experiences. It's located near the foothills of the Rocky Mountains and has 4 distinct seasons. So there's a wide variety of activities to enjoy throughout the year. We have 2 of the largest state parks in Washington within an hour of the city, 5 ski resorts within 90 miles, 33 different golf courses, and 75 lakes in our region. We use the Common App for admission, and we have one deadline, December 1st. Students interested in nursing and engineering have to list those interests on their application and be admitted into those majors. So they are direct entry. We require a high school transcript through junior year, a school report filled out by your counselor, and 1 letter of recommendation from a teacher in an academic subject. We are test optional for admission for all majors, the honors program, and all of our scholarships. You can see our incoming class averages there. That's an unweighted GPA of a 3.53 to a 3.9, ACT of a 28 to a 32, and SAT of a 1250 to a 1390. So that means that 25% of our incoming students scored higher than those ranges and 25% of them scored below it. If you have test scores and have questions about sending them or not, you please reach out to our office. I'll go ahead and put a link in the chat soon where you can get connected with your admission counselor. A general rule of thumb is if you're in those middle 50 percentages, it can be a good idea to send scores. If you don't have scores or really don't worry about it, we put more weight on your curriculum, grades, and writing. You can also see that we are test optional. I think I mentioned, I want to make sure that you know that we're test optional for all programs, as well as all of our scholarships, which I'll talk about a little bit later. Along with the other factors that I listed before, we also take into consideration writing, extracurricular activities when we are awarding. We also offer optional admission interviews as a way for students to strengthen their application. And I think that's my timer, but I do want to talk about financial aid really quickly. Students are automatically reviewed for academic merit scholarships at Gonzaga. We also have or accept the FAFSA, WASFA, or a needs analysis form for students that are ineligible for the FAFSA. I encourage you to go to our website to learn more about all of the financial aid opportunities that we have. I do want to make note that 98% of our students receive scholarship or financial aid.
Thank you so much. I'm going to share my screen quickly, just one moment. All right. What advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
Hi, this is Whitney Hall again with Southern Arkansas. So I've been doing this for about 12 years, and I think this is a two-part question, not only for the students, but also for any parents. So for students, the big thing is you have so many colleges to choose from. That's exciting, but also there are so many colleges to choose from. Really be open-minded and seeing if it's the right size for you. Does this fit my personality? Big and small classes. It's a lot to take away from, and deadlines are one of the biggest things. Everybody has something different. When it comes to the parents, I really encourage that you let them lead. It's going to be really hard whenever you drop them off at school and you did all the calling and they had no idea who they needed to talk to. So I really think it'd be a good idea if you could kind of push them to make that call, make them contact whoever they need to, so that whenever they get dropped off, they know where and who to contact if they ever need any assistance.
My piece of advice would be short and sweet. Make sure that whichever universities you're considering attending have a major or program that will prepare you for the job or career you want. Just because your brother or sister or parent or whoever went there doesn't mean it's always right for you. Make sure that where you're going will have the program you need to get the job that you want in your future. That's mine.
Hi, everyone. One more time. My biggest piece of advice for someone that's looking through colleges is definitely, if you can, please go to campus, see what it's like, meet kids, talk to student ambassadors, talk to kids on campus, ask all the questions. It seems obvious to ask questions. If you don't know what questions to ask, Google them, look them up, making sure that you guys knowing what it's going to be like, and talk to somebody that's actually lecturing classes, or talk to faculty and staff, see what their opinion is, all of that good stuff, just so you guys can get an idea of what campus is like for you guys before you make that big decision.
As usual, great advice so far. If I had to add anything onto that, I would say don't stress out so much about the college search process. Don't worry about finding the best school, the best program. All schools are good, and I truly believe that. It's about finding what's going to be the best fit for you, where you're going to be happiest for the next few years. So all that kind of goes into what was said earlier as far as finding the right program for you in your career and visiting campus. That's how you're going to know which school is best for you, not by what US News and World Report said. Thanks.
Hey guys, I agree. All great advice so far. I guess the piece of advice that I would give is to kind of just think for your own, like make your criteria of what you would want out of a school, same way you would if you're car shopping or house shopping, you know, you want it to have this and this and this, and don't only listen to your parents about the cost, because I mean, they might think, you know, it's something that's going to drain the bank, but it's your education. It's a long experience, something that you're going to take with you and use the rest of your life when you land your dream job, and they're going to be really proud of you. And then there are always resources available too, such as financial aid and scholarships and grants and things like that. So don't feel pressured to find somewhere that's close to home and affordable. Find the one that really does meet all of the criteria that is going to fulfill your dreams in the long run.
Yeah, this has just been a great list. It's hard going last when everyone has such great advice. I would definitely say take advantage of admission representatives and admission counselors. I think there's a myth in college admission that it's really gatekeeping and that there has to be this secret formula. And there really isn't. Really, we are here to serve all of you and to make sure that you're going to make the best decision for your college journey and setting you up for a career or through that process of growth. So please don't ever hesitate to reach out to your college counselor or your admission counselor to ask those questions. I always say there's no such thing as a dumb question. And then kind of my second piece of advice is really start that scholarship search now. There's so many outside scholarships and external organizations that really want to help students focus and make college affordable. So just as you were starting to look into what colleges you might be applying to, also look into what scholarship opportunities they have and then whether those outside scholarships are available to them.
Great, thank you. And thank you all for joining us. When you close this window, there'll be a link to a very quick 5-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. We encourage you to check back the schedule and sign up for more sessions throughout the rest of the week. You'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the other session recordings at strivescan.com/launch. And remember, there is more Launchpad programming throughout the week. Thank you all so much.